We're going on a spree with Spree on Film Threat Reviews. Hi, I'm Managing Editor of Film Threat, Alan Ng, and I'm with Arquette, and today we're talking about Spree. Kurt Kunkel dreams of sitting atop a social media empire, but for now he drives a rideshare company, Spree. Seizing the opportunity, he decks his car with cameras and begins murdering his passengers on his live stream. Directed by Eugene Kotlyarenko, and stars Keery, Sasheer, Zamata, Mooney, and David Arquette. Zoriana, are you a big social media person?
I'm on social media more out of necessity than I am out of this desire to be constantly posting. I am definitely not posting on a daily basis whatsoever. But as someone who has teenagers, I have both who, multiple posts on every existing social media platform known to man. So, yeah.
Yeah, mine's the same. I have a kid who's just starting out, and it's like, this is a whole world I don't necessarily want her to get into.
Oh yeah, especially like there's Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, yes, Instagram Live. So there's a lot of platforms to choose from, and I just prefer to stick to maybe one or two. That's it.
All right. So what did you think of Spree?
Well, when you were reading the synopsis, I had to laugh because it brought back the memories of watching this film. And I literally was laughing at the horror. Or so you can say I was laughing in horror, or I was in such horror that I was laughing, because it is such a satire on social media culture, and it just takes it to the nth degree. And I thought it was brilliant. Yes, very violent, so not for everyone. I mean, you do definitely, people like Mischa Barton get decapitated, or, things like that. So, yeah. So if you're not into that kind of stuff, then maybe it's not for you. But to me, it was funny. I mean, as soon as you are in this Spree cab with him, you are complicit in everything that he does. I mean, you go on that ride with him, and every time he murders someone, you are right there along watching it. And so, there's no going back. There's no jumping out of that cab and saying, I want no part of this. You are in it till the end, and it's going to get much worse until the absolute end, which is total mayhem.
Yeah, the writer-director, Eugene Kotlyarenko, he made a movie like 2 years ago from South by Southwest called Wobble Palace, and he's this really interesting filmmaker, and there's a quirky sense of filmmaking that he had with that film and with this film, and he was able to, with even Wobble Palace, bring in these ideas of social media, how the fact that we relate to and communicate with one another through social media and through our devices. And it just works out really well in this movie. I mean, I think if anything, it's this idea of a kid who's, trying to chase the hug, so to speak, trying to find identity and self-worth by the number of viewers he has. And that's why he kind of goes on this giant killing spree.
Well,
and I think it just brilliantly plays out in this film.
Yes. You kind of feel sorry for him at first, because he's trying so hard to get social media followers. He's doing everything. He's got his little Kurt's World and all this stuff. And the people are making fun of him for not having enough followers. And, your heart kind of goes out to him at the beginning. And then when he starts his murder spree, you don't even feel that bad, because one person's like one of them's racist, the other one's like, I don't know. Yeah, they're not cool, these people. So you kind of think like, oh, okay, well, that was weird that he did it, but I guess they kind of deserved it. They weren't good people. But then it just, then he just doesn't discriminate who he's going to kill.
Yeah. And I think, if anything, I think the story is what is great about this film. Also the performances. let's see, who is this? Oh, Joe Keery.
Yeah.
He's got this disaffected, just kid down. This kid who's solely focused on one thing, and that's getting viewers to the point where his moral center is gone. And then you also have, I love seeing SNL's Sasheer, Zamata, and Kyle Mooney in this as well. It's weird, but their chemistry isn't quite there, but it works because they're not meant to know each other. They're not meant to necessarily have on-screen chemistry, and I think that worked out great.
Also, she kind of rises to the occasion at the very end of the film. Yeah. You're like, wow, maybe she has a career in action films. There's like a little bit of Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton kicking ass and taking names. But I did love Joe Keery because I've only seen him in Stranger Things. I've not seen him in anything else. So you never know someone's range if you only see them in one role. And to see him doing this, first of all, he comes across much younger in this film. Or he comes across much older on Stranger Things, one, depending on how you want to look at it. This was a completely different type of character than what audiences are used to seeing him. So if this is just the beginning of him showing us the range that he has, well, I'm also excited for his acting future because he's not a one-note actor. He's definitely showing quite a good range.
Yeah, and the thrills are there. I mean, it's those moments leading up to each kill, and it's like, well, how is this going to play out? And you just start seeing it happen. You talked about Mischa Barton. It's like, you just know. You're sitting there for minutes going, oh, she's going to die. She's just going to die. Just how is this going to happen?
Yes, exactly. At first I was like, wait, is that Mischa Barton? Like, also, it was nice to see her on the screen. She hasn't been on that regularly also. So,
and she mentioned David Arquette is in the movie, and he's great as well.
Right. So you look at this cast, you're like Joe Keery, Sasheer Zamata, Kyle Mooney, David Arquette, Mischa Barton. You're just like, wow, you would never think to put this combo together, but it's cool.
Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to guess your score. You're going to guess mine. I'm guessing you're going to give it an 8?
Yes.
Right,
I was going to say you seem to enjoy it just as much as I did, so I was going to say that you'd probably give it an 8 too.
Yeah, 8.5. We're fighting over halvesies here. Okay, be sure to like and subscribe to the Film Threat YouTube channel. Comment below. We'll answer your comments. Tell us what you thought of the film, and visit filmthreat.com for more views, news, and reviews on independent films. So with that, let's get out of here.